James 5:14 through 15 says, "Is any sick among you? Let him call for the elders of the church, and let them pray over him, anointing him with oil in the name of the Lord. And the prayer of faith shall save the sick, and the Lord shall raise him up. And if he have committed sins, they shall be forgiven him." You know, I found this to be very, very true. Most sicknesses come from missing the mark somewhere. I mean, even if it's something as simple as eating something you know that will not make you feel good, like too much sugar or sugar all day long or something to that effect. And I'm not talking about some gross sin, although sometimes it can be a gross sin. I've heard of, I know of at least one, probably several. I can only think of one right this moment where a preacher was called in to minister to this lady who was last stages of cancer, and they were large supporters of his ministry. As he was going over there, the Lord said, "Okay." He said, "Lord, what do I do?" And he said, "It's quite simple. Just tell her she needs to forgive her husband. Her husband had an affair on her, and if she will forgive him, it will heal her." And so he went in the hospital room and kind of talked to him a little bit, and he finally said, "Okay, well, this is what the Lord told me." And she immediately just, very loud voice said, "I will never forgive him for what he did." And so the preacher, prophet, proceeded to tell her, "Okay, well, this is kind of the root of this sickness." And she just really didn't want to hear it. And I think that one came out not real well. So my point in this is that a lot of times, you can have a lot of people praying and everything else, but the Lord wants to show you the core issue. And sometimes it's drug abuse. Sometimes it's just you harming your own body. A lot of times it is forgiveness issues or some other sort of issue. So the prayer of faith can be offered, but you need to make sure, especially if you're dealing with sickness, that to ask God to show you if you have missed the mark anywhere. And like I said, it doesn't have to be just gross sin. It could be something very, very simple. There are sins of omission and commission. Commission, where you willingly do something that you know is wrong. Omission is you're not doing something you should do. But ask the Lord to show you if there's any part in this where you need to change.